I love you, and I miss you.
Hey guys, thank you for bearing with us as we took our first week off.
Bearing our children is what he meant to say. We just both had toddlers, so we're now what? Oh, wrong intro.
Yeah, that's for our other podcast where we're two single dads making it through life, you know.
That's our script from GTA 5 RP. So yep.
Yep. All right. Dale Morris from Alabama.
Dale
Morris. All right. Anyway, I know you guys couldn't handle our absence, so here it is. Episode 59 has arrived.
Oh my god, you don't have to yell.
I'm getting excited, dude.
Oh, I see that.
Our main topic and title of the episode is what I've learned about streaming. So what we're going to do is break down the taboo ways of getting partner and what we've learned about it.
Which is absolutely nothing.
Right. Like, my advice is as good as nothing. So,
pretty much.
I mean, take it for what you will. You can hate me. You can actually send me a message on Twitter and tell me how much you hate me. And I'll just send you a
picture of my dog.
Yeah, well, I don't have a dog, but I'll send you a picture of my cat, or I'll give you an over-the-internet hug, because I like to kill with kindness.
Oh my god, no you don't.
That's true. 1v1 me in Apex, dude.
You'll win, don't worry.
Anyway, as always, I'm Asen.
I'm Nathan.
Welcome to the Golden with the Boys.
Sancho, 15 most difficult would you rather questions of all time.
Well, first,
what?
You called me a Sencho and you've never done that on the podcast, so explain that to everybody.
That's just what I call you, dude. Well, I guess that's what your mom calls you.
Yeah, let me explain it.
Yeah, you explain it.
Fucking suck at it. Oh my god, here I am swearing already. We're trying to, keep our swear words down on this new show, and
yeah. And you already messed it up.
I was about to say it again. But no, Asencho. My name is Asen, obviously. But in Bulgaria, which is where I'm from.
Communist Bulgaria, yeah.
I was born the year that communist was gone. I was the republic that came.
Oh, there we go.
No, when in Bulgaria, whenever you give someone a pet name like your friends, for guys, you add a cho. For girls, you add a che.
Oh.
So if I was talking to Nathan in Bulgaria, I'd be like, "What's up, Nathan Cho?"
Nathan Cho.
That
doesn't sounds terrible.
Well, that's because you're terrible.
Wow.
Anyway, what were you saying about these
15 supposedly 15 most difficult would you rather questions of all time? I mean, how often do you actually do would you rathers?
All the time in my head,
No, you don't.
Yeah, dude. I bet I can think of something more difficult, but let's hear them.
I've looked over them. They get kind of difficult. Like sometimes you're like, Anyways, we'll do the first one. Would you rather live 1,000 year life or live 10 100-year lives?
Live 1,000 year life,
mm-hmm.
or live 10 100-year lives.
Yep.
We'll ask some questions on that. Like, the 1,000 year life, are you going to be like a decrepit old shithead by the time you're 1,000, or are you like a vampire where you kind of stay young the whole time?
I'm going to say you're a vampire where you stay young the whole time. Because once you got past 100, you'd just be moping around for the next 900 years. So
right. So what about the 100-year lives, or would those be like regular lifetimes where you just hit 100 and you're an old
you're dead
fart? Okay.
Yeah. But as you're doing the 10 100-year lives, you don't remember the last one. Like once your 100-year life is over, you're starting over fresh, no remembrance of the last one.
Can I choose when I start these lives?
No, you have to start from a baby.
Well, no. I'm saying I don't want to start in 1,000-year life right now. I don't want to know what's 1,000 years in our future.
I guess.
Yeah, I do the 1,000-year life from the year 1,000 to like 2,000.
Well, no, you can't do that because, well, I guess you could. I don't know. I wouldn't do a 1,000-year life.
Why?
Because what if that 1,000-year life is like sucky? Then you have to live in a sucky 1,000-year life.
Well, I mean, yeah, like right now, technically is the best time of anyone's life ever, as far as like an easy life. But I mean, I know if I started in the year 1,000, I mean, that was before Bulgaria was like they were their own country already, but it was before they got enslaved for 500 years. So I guess I'd live through that enslavement. That'd be pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. So you're gonna pick 1,000-year life?
Yeah, because if you couldn't remember the lifetimes before, then what's the point? You don't know. You don't even know you're living 10 lives, 10 100-year lives.
I mean, I think you would know that once you die, you start another one, but you wouldn't remember anything from the last life.
Okay. Well, still, we still don't know what happens after we die.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you don't want to go back.
True.
Because what if you died the first time, and then the next world's fucking, damn it, dope. What if the next world's like really dope, and you're like, well, I have to go back 9 more times. And do you have to live the full 100 years? Can you like live to your 15 and?
I don't think so. You have to live the 100 years.
Okay. Well, yeah, the 1,000-year life.
Fair
I'd
enough.
like to remember everything.
I would just rather have 10 100-year lives, and then if one sucked, hopefully I can make the next one better.
But you wouldn't know if it's better or not.
I wouldn't know. Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life?
Oof.
Or feel like you need to sneeze and not be able to sneeze for the rest of your life?
Damn.
Dude, hiccups for the rest of my life. 100%. The worst feeling in the world is when you have to sneeze and then some dickhead like you goes, or like does something to stop me from sneezing, and then I can't sneeze anymore. I can't stand it. I cannot live with that the rest of my life.
That is annoying. Because I'm one of those people that like will give you that BS statistic of sneezing is like 1/4 of an orgasm.
Yeah, that's dumb. Retarded.
It is pretty dumb, but it is a really nice relief. And I'm not saying like I get off to it or anything, but I love sneezing. And if I couldn't sneeze for the rest of my life, that would suck. I'd need to get out all that snot. Just one of those good old sneezes where you just spray your friend.
This would be you.
I mean, I couldn't do the podcast unless someone wanted to listen to that forever.
I'm just going to do that for the rest of the podcast.
No, you sound way worse when you're actually having hiccups. But yeah, I'd probably go with hiccups.
All right. Would you rather have the ability to read minds but be illiterate, or just have the ability to read?
Well, I already have the ability to read now. So instead of having the normal ability to read, I would have the ability to read minds, but I can't read.
Right.
How the hell are you going to get around town?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to read someone's mind. This is the exit to...
I guess you just have to ask somebody.
Screw that, man. I'd rather have what I have now.
Yeah, I think I don't know. If you had the ability to read minds, you wouldn't need the ability to read because...
Yeah, dude. Okay, let me give you a situation. You go to an interview for an engineering job. You read the interviewer's mind. You answer everything exactly how he wants you to.
Uh-huh.
Then you get on job and you can't read a blueprint.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't be doing that job.
Well, what kind of job would you do?
Marketing or sales, because you would always...
You can't look at any statistics. You'd have to ask, like, what does it say on this page right here?
If you were to do sales, you would always be able to sell anybody anything. Doesn't matter what they want to... Or, like, it doesn't... If they came to you to buy something, you would be able to tell what they wanted, and you would know exactly what to say to them to sell it to them. You wouldn't need to read.
I guess. But what about the paperwork? Just be like, hey,
Yeah, dude,
hey, Sally, can you do the paperwork?
If you could prove to your boss that you could sell anything to anybody, but you had to have somebody do the paperwork for you, and you prove that, they're going to hire somebody to do the paperwork for you.
Well, this is the thing, man. Like, obviously, let's use that same situation of like a car salesman.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to sell them a car and you could read exactly how much they're willing to buy that car for, but it's still lower than what you're willing to sell it for, how are you going to get around that? You could read their mind all you want, but at the end of the day, they'll still be like,
so basically how I see it is the person's looking around at a car that they want, and you can tell that they're wanting, they want a car to impress the ladies, and that's just what you have to work on. Dude, this car right here will have panties dropping around town, and then you just build that up in his mind, boom, he'll buy the car.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, hey, you guess. All right, would you rather, I don't even know if I want to ask this one. Would you, I'm not going to ask this one.
No, go ahead. I want to hear.
Would you rather watch your parents have sex every day for a year or join in once to make it stop?
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I was like, I'm not even going to answer that question.
Watch your parents have sex every day for a year or join in once to make it stop.
Watch, for sure.
Well, yeah. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm doing a horrible job trying not to cuss here.
Yeah, you're terrible.
Well, you guys know I'm a potty mouth IRL, so
yeah, terrible.
Trying to change myself, Maybe kids will listen to this.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the obvious answer.
This one. Would you rather eat chocolate flavored poop or eat poop flavored chocolate?
Oof. I think I would eat the poop flavored chocolate.
Just because I know it's chocolate. It's chocolate? Fair enough. I don't know.
Because, okay, even if it's chocolate flavored poop, dude, that's E. coli. You're going to, your whole digestive system is going to be effed.
Fair enough. I would go with the poop flavored chocolate.
Yeah,
sure.
I could go through that one time,
You're on a desert island with a beautiful woman and or man. Would you rather their top half be a fish or their bottom half be a fish?
Top half. Or no, sorry, bottom half.
Okay,
fish,
yeah, I was going to definitely say bottom half is fish because that's a mermaid.
Yeah,
a
mouth is a mouth.
A mouth. A hole's a hole, right?
Yeah, an armpit's an armpit,
I mean, I don't want to stare at a fish head for the rest of my life.
That's true, exactly. And, that's where the breasts are, if you will.
Yeah. I thought you were a butt guy, though.
I am, and that part would suck. But I could deal with that.
Yeah, fair enough. Would you rather fart popcorn, which I do on a daily basis anyways, or have your past and future web browsing history available for everyone?
Oof.
I'm farting popcorn, 100%. Dude, because then you just eat it. It's all right.
Hold on. Let me think of my past and future web browsing history. I mean, I guess the worst thing would be like what kind of porn I watch. But right. I've already shared that on the podcast, I think. So there's I'm not into any illegal activity, so it's not like man, farting popcorn would suck. But you can hold that in,
Right. Well, think about it, your boss. You went to go for an interview and your boss looked at your past web browsing history.
Okay, yeah. Right,
yeah, I'm farting popcorn.
It's like, why are your pants so big, dude? We're going to the movies.
Would you rather go to Hogwarts and be a muggle or live in a world with Pokemon but only be able to catch Magikarps?
Dude, Magikarps evolve, though.
Yeah, well, I think the only way you can evolve them is with a stone, though, right?
No. You just have to get them to a certain, on the games, you have to get them to a certain level, and all they can do is splash, but you can teach them a few,
TMs or HMs?
Yeah, to get them there. So I'd have to do that, because if I was in the world of Hogwarts and I was a muggle, I'd hate myself.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
I'd have to be a wizard, Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, a wizard, son.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, oh well. Because you're not a
But,
wizard, loser.
I mean, my country, best Quidditch team around,
Oh
Bulgaria.
my God. Pretty sure the Irish won that game.
No, Victor Crumb won.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but,
I'm not sure either. Anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you rather have a vagina on your forehead or have a row of penises down your back like a stegosaurus?
Oh my God.
I didn't see this question in here. This is new to me.
Are they flaccid?
It says, or have a row of penises like a stegosaurus. And I'm assuming a stegosaurus's spines are erect, like they're standing straight up. So
you couldn't hide either. I mean, you could get like a Naruto headband.
that is true. Yeah, you just wear a bandana, dude. Yeah, but
Dude,
what if the
like,
vagina started like camel toeing the headband, like the bandana?
Well, you have that metal plate like they do on the Naruto headbands,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I'm going with vagina on forehead for sure.
Yeah, just wear a bandana or something at all times.
Yep.
And let your friends have a round or two.
Yeah, just poke it like here.
Oh, dude, it'd be poking in your brain. No, that's disgusting.
Would you rather have a bell go off every single time you were aroused, or feel a sharp pain in your side every single time someone said your name?
All right, you're gonna have to read that one more time.
Would you rather have a bell go off every single time you were aroused, or feel a sharp pain in your side every single time someone said your name? I'm having the bell go off when I'm aroused. Like, I don't care. I'm not going through life having pains in my side.
I mean, it says sharp pain, but I wonder how. I'd have to feel the pain.
I don't care. I'm going with, because somebody like you, like Nathan. I'm just like, just dying.
Yeah, and I'd probably do that too.
Yep, bell go off. I don't care if people know I'm aroused. Like, what are you thinking about?
Salvation Army.
Would you rather have accordions for legs, or have a huge belly button 10 inches long that swayed to the beat of popular music?
Oh my God. Well, every time you walk, you'd be like, have a huge belly button 10 inches long that swayed to the beat of popular music.
I don't know how a belly button could sway.
I mean, I guess it'd be animating itself.
Oof. I'm gonna have to go with accordion for legs. Like, you could have like bugs and stuff living in your belly button, dude.
You could keep it clean. I'd go with the belly button because you could cover that with a shirt. But accordions for legs, dude. Where could you work with that?
It's just the circus.
Dude, you're annoying. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather have sex with a goat and no one knows that you did it, or not have sex with a goat but everyone thinks you did it?
Oh, I think this is the toughest one yet.
Yep. I'm going with not having sex with a goat, but everyone thinks I had sex with a goat.
Man, that would suck though, because it's like, I mean, having sex with a goat would suck too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with you on that.
I can't have sex with an animal. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
I'd rather people think I did. Would you rather live in a world where huge friendly gummy bears walk around, or live in a world where hoverboards exist?
Well, the second one's just cool.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. If I lived in a world with huge friendly gummy bears, I'd want to eat them. So
just take a bite, dude.
Yeah, like, unless they're Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
Yeah,
I'm going for hoverboards.
Yeah, I'm going with hoverboards.
Would you rather live the rest of your life with Cheeto dust on your fingers, or have taste buds in your butt? Why? What would be the downside of having? Because then you'd have to taste your
own shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Every time.
Cheeto dust on my fingers.
I just couldn't do what we do.
Yep.
Get it all over it.
That's true. You put on gloves.
Yeah, that too. You can put on gloves.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Cheeto dust.
Yeah, Cheeto dust.
And then 15. And now the hardest would you rather question you'll ever be asked. Would you rather have a side soup or have a side salad?
That's not even hard, dude.
Salad, for sure.
I mean, depends on the mood, but mostly salad, yeah.
Yeah, salad. Soup is not like an appetizer that I want with a meal. If I'm having soup, I want it to be like the main thing.
I like miso soup at sushi restaurants.
I like miso soup at sushi restaurants.
You're dumb. All right, Nathan. So we've been doing this a little over a year.
It is over a year.
And, the majority of the guests we've had on this podcast are streamers.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Then what are they?
I don't know.
God.
No.
This isn't actually Nathan. I just have
No.
a sound effect of him saying no. And I'm just playing it over and over.
No.
Wow, you actually do a pretty good job doing it the exact same way every time. But anyway, so yeah, most of our guests have been streamers. So, Nathan and I both aren't streamers, but I think we've learned quite a bit about the background of how streaming works, what to expect, kind of your thought process as a streamer, and I just want to go over that because I think there's a lot of misinformation out there. To be honest, I hear all kinds of different things from different people. There's a lot of taboo and controversial topics regarding how you should get to partnership. And like I've said in other podcasts, I think the end goal, do it your own way, even if people look down upon it. Obviously, don't do anything illegal, but
Right.
Do it your own way. And I'm just going to go down
You can do it your own way. That is a song. I can't, I did the melody super terrible. And now I don't even know what the proper melody.
Would you stop interrupting my topic?
Sorry. Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're in a trolling mood or something?
I guess.
I'm just trying to be serious. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to be serious. Okay. I'm just going to go down a few kind of points I want to hit with what I've learned or what we've learned.
I haven't learned anything.
Okay, what I've learned.
There you go.
About Twitch streaming. Talking to all these different streamers. And some of them are really on point with what my thought process is. I'm not going to name any names or say anyone's doing it wrong. But obviously the big three that get talked about a lot on Twitter are the follow for follow, lurking communities, and partner pushing. So I'm just going to go first with follow for follow. I think there's a big difference between if it's good or bad for Twitch versus Twitter. On Twitch, probably not a good idea because a lot of streamers have a good point with, what's the point of another streamer following you and you following them back if you're never going to show up in their stream?
I mean, I don't, like you said, we're not streamers, so I don't know. I've never gone to a channel, even if it's somebody that I'm checking out, and look to see how many followers they had and let that be a factor bias of whether I'm going to enjoy watching their channel or not. So regardless if you do it on Twitch or not, I don't think it makes a difference.
Right. What it comes down to is the current viewers is what you're looking at when you don't know the person.
Right.
You look at the current viewers. Oh, they have, 37 viewers. You click, and then the follower count. Maybe you'll glance at that if you've been there for a little bit, but it's definitely not something I look at right away as a viewer.
I think the only people that actually watch or look at the follower count on Twitch are streamers, and if that's something they look at, I don't know why. maybe they're trying to judge how big of a community that they could possibly have. Like whenever they go live, how many people have the opportunity of seeing them being live? I don't know, but I don't think follow on Twitch is a bad thing. If you want to go follow somebody, do it. If you don't want to follow them, don't do it. Like I don't know why that's a taboo thing.
Yeah, I mean, follow who you want. That's really what it comes down to. If you don't want to follow someone back, I mean, that's your own prerogative.
Right.
I think it's kind of the same thing with Twitter, even though I think Twitter is a little more advantageous of doing follow for follow, meaning, you know.
That's a word for you. Advantageous. That's a good one. That's like $1 million word.
Well, thank you. I'm
welcome.
$1 million man.
No, you're not. Anyways.
So yeah, on Twitter, I think it's, I don't think it's a bad thing at all on Twitter, especially, you know, if you're trying to network. It's never bad to follow someone back and shoot them a message. Or even if you don't. I mean, the thing about Twitter is if you're looking for sponsors through Twitter, or if they're going to look at your social media, that number does matter.
Right.
Unfortunately, but you know, they're not going to sit there and watch you for a few days to make sure they like you. They might watch you once and then check out your numbers. That's, you know.
But I think if you have 16,000 followers on Twitter and they come to watch you on your stream to host a broadcast or something for them, and you have 2 people that come into your channel, like, hello?
Yeah, it definitely has to. And I will get into that with the other points I'm going to hit on, you know, what you want to make sure. And this is all still assuming, with anything I'm going to say today, this is all still assuming you have decent content. That's what, that's the base foundation. Make sure you are doing what you can to make your content the best. The rest, I don't think is as big of a deal as people are making out to be. I think you do your own way, no matter how it is. I personally don't look down on anybody that does any of these things.
Now, the people we do look down on are the D-bags that follow. You follow them back and then they unfollow. Like you can lick my butt crack like right now because it's the weekend and I didn't take a shower this morning. So it's nice and juicy.
Yeah, dude. We're going to install taste buds in your butt crack.
Oh, man. What a life.
Yeah. So that's follow for follow. Same thing kind of goes with lurking communities and partner pushing. I think both of those are looked down upon quite a bit. And if you have the content that you need to make it, lurking communities and partner pushing is only going to help you. Sure. Yeah. You might go into someone's channel. There's only 3 people talking. They have 100 viewers and you're like, what the hell is this? Well, it's a lurking community. That's what it is. But, you know, I've seen someone rise from nothing, you know, 3 viewers to 100, and it's still the same amount of people talking, but he's getting so much more traffic and exposure, and that's been catching on for him. Like it just, you know, more people are going through, more people see his channel. If they like what they see, he just gets bigger that way himself, and the lurking community can eventually fall off because you don't need it. It's kind of like it props you up to succeed if you have the content. Now, of course, all this also comes back to your own mental health. Like me, I couldn't do it. And the reason I can't is because if I was a streamer and I did a lurking community for a while and I wasn't seeing it succeed after like 2 or 3 months, I would like get depressed.
Right. I mean, I definitely couldn't do it. After all the streamers we've talked to, and as much fun as it looks like they're having, like those guys go through a serious mental battle that I hope I never have to deal with. And I think it's crazy that I mean, the sheer amount of time that they have to put in to make a stream worth, you know, people coming by to watch and ultimately getting free content unless they subscribe or donate. It's a lot of work, and I'm lazy, so I don't want to put in that time. Like, kudos to everybody that streams and continues to stream because it's more work than I'm ever willing to put in. So, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it like that, it's a constant approval. Like you're always, as a streamer, you're always seeking approval from your community, and or at least I would be. This, like I said, this is all depending on your mental health. And how I would look at it if I was a streamer is I would be constantly looking for my community's approval to make my channel better and make it entertaining for them.
Right.
And if the numbers just aren't showing that I'm doing that, that would make me go into like a depression, and I'd be even less motivated to try harder. And it's just a deep hole that a lot of streamers tend to dig themselves in. So definitely make sure, if you do any of these things, make sure that you have the mindset, because you can make it with a lurking community, you can make it with partner pushing. You just have to have the mental capacity to kind of, that sounds bad. It sounds like I'm calling someone stupid. I'm saying you just have to have like the mental health and mental fortitude to kind of keep that, on a straight path and not let bad numbers keep you down. Because I've seen every bad taboo way to get to the top work for certain people.
Mm-hmm. Basically, that sounds dumb. So, I mean, anybody can do it. Just depends on if they want to do it or not.
Right. So, obviously there's, a lot of people do it the right way as well. I'm not saying everyone has these things to help them.
That's the thing. I don't think there is a right way.
Right. I mean, what people call the right way is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, they're probably the ones that somebody made it the quote unquote wrong way, and they're angry because they don't want to do it that way. So they're going to do it the right way, which is, it's business, man. At the end of the day, Twitch streaming is a business. The end goal is to make money. I'm assuming the majority of people would love to do it full time. And what I've learned in the business community is you have to be willing to F a few people over and step on a few fingers and ruin a few friendships to get to the top. And that's super sucks. But that's how business is. Like, you got to be, it's a dog eat dog world. And if you're, too concerned about doing it the quote unquote correct way, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, any avenue to the top is the right avenue.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't personally look down upon anyone that looks at it that way either, even from my end. We've contacted many streamers that have never contacted us back, or they, tell us to go away, or
right.
They say no. And I don't look down upon that, because it is business. It's like, what are you guys going to offer me? Like, you have a podcast with 7,000 downloads, big whoop. I have 10,000 viewers at one time.
Right.
So it's, it's what I'll scratch your back, but throw me some money. So it really comes down to that. And I think all of those taboo, controversial ways of getting to the top, all those really do is just give you more exposure. And that's what you need. I mean, a person starting out as a musical artist is going to express some controversial ways of getting around to get their music out more than, I'm just going to go to the local bar and do my nightly set. You have to expand, you have to go out there, you have to take risks.
Right.
You can't just
risk reward factor
doing the same thing and just kind of playing it nice all the time. And I know it sounds shitty, but I mean, that's just the way it is if you want to make it in a business minded way. Now, if you're just streaming to entertain people, you don't care about the money, and I know that you guys are out there too, I'm not saying you're not, then kudos to you, man. Like, or woman.
Yeah, I'm not assuming genders here.
Kudos to you. Do what you love. If it ends up getting you to a place where you're making money off of it, awesome. I have nothing bad to say about anyone.
Right.
I just think that we should all get off the, I guess I'm going to call it a hate train. We should all get off the hate train of people achieving goals in different ways, even if it's not the way you want to do it,
Fair enough.
Yeah, like if that's like me losing weight on keto and me being like, well, you lost it with just eating carbs. So
Yeah.
screw you, man. You did it a different way.
It can all be done a different way.
Yeah.
Sin's wrong with dieting, by the way, so don't listen to him. If you need dieting advice, come to me. I'll give it to you the right way.
Yeah, so you're a piece of shit. But yeah, so that's really the moral of the story here.
You're the moral of the story.
Is just do it your own way, good or bad. Don't worry about people that will drop you just because you take one of these paths, and just, people that stick with you, those are the ones that are in for the long haul, So do it.
Do it.
Get down. Get down.
For those of you who listened to our last episode with the wonderful Mr. Franchise, probably one of my favorite parts of the entire episode was when he read us Hell at 30,000 Feet, the Haribo gummy bear review on Amazon. Probably one of the funniest things I've ever listened to in my entire life. So we had the great idea to start finding some funny Amazon reviews to throw in for you guys to listen to. And this one actually happens to be another Haribo sugar-free gummy bear review. And this one is just as good, if not better. And it's called Haribo Sugar-Free Gummy Bear 5-pound bag. It gets 1 star, and it says, just don't, unless it's a gift for someone you hate.
Wow. It took him like 3 times to do that, guys, by the way.
Suck my suck, dude.
Suck your suck.
Suck. I'm still trying to work on the cuss word, so it's gonna become very childish, like suck my suck, bro.
Yeah. Man, you're a Fortnite streamer now.
Yep. Sucks the suck.
All right, so the review. Here we go. Oh, man. Words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The Gummy Bear Cleanse, if you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, for taste, I would rate these a 5. So good, soft, true to taste fruit flavors like the sugar variety. I was a happy camper. But, or should I say, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating beyond my worst nightmares. I've had food poisoning, not
I've had poo poisoning, dude.
I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd, which I don't know what it is. The sounds, like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench, like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited. It's pretty gross. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincters were screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid. Flammable liquid. Napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible, and it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over, which I think might have been some time in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking, delicious-tasting hell bears. So I told a friend about what happened to me, thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity I had to the sugar substitute. And in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, She decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman. All of the same for her, and a phone call from her while on the toilet, because you kind of end up living in the bathroom for a spell, telling me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspected that we were exaggerating. She took them to work.
Oh my God.
Since there was still 99% of a 5-pound bag left, she works for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. Lots of people who generally have limited access to toilets on a given day. I can't imagine where all of those poor men and women pooped that day. I keep envisioning men on roofs crossing their legs and trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or if they should just jump. If you order these, best of luck to you, and please don't post a video of you during the aftershocks. P.S. When I ordered these, the warnings and disclaimers and legalese were not posted. I'm not a moron. Also, not sure why so many people assume I'm a man. I'm a woman.
Oh my God.
We poop too.
Dude, women do not poop.
Of course, our poop sparkles and smells like a walk in a meadow of wildflowers. Thanks for all the great comments. I've been enjoying reading them and so glad that the horror show I experienced from snacking on these has at least made some people smile.
Good grief.
Damn.
I'm going to go buy a bag of sugar-free gummy bears.
Yeah, film it.
I'm not going to film it. Nobody wants to see me poo, dude, or hear the sounds.
Dude, I do.
I'll film it for you and let you watch it.
You can send it to John McAfee.
Wow. But
if you guys don't know, your antivirus software, McAfee antivirus, John McAfee likes to eat poo.
Allegedly,
sorry.
Allegedly.
There's women in South America that say, should I be explicit with this?
Whatever.
There's women in South America that say McAfee paid them to lay on a hammock with a hole in it while he lays underneath with his mouth open.
Chocolate drizzle all over the place, dude.
They should probably eat some of these Haribo gummy bears.
Oh my God. Not to get super gross, but do you think he prefers water or like hard chunks?
Dude.
Like a ghost? Like, does he like the ghost poops? Or does he want some like Mississippi mudslide coming with it?
It's just like me with soups or salads, dude. It's like, do you want something a little,
watery?
Yeah, a little like hydrating with a little soup, or you want something like you want them to eat a bunch of like protein and drop a rock on your ass.
Man, I'm hungry.
Oh, disgusting. And with that, we will see you next week. Hey, you. Yes, you. Thank you so much for listening to the episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and even if you didn't, we would love to hear your feedback, which can be sent to coldonepodcast@gmail.com or leave us a review on iTunes. It helps us gauge how we can make this podcast better for your enjoyment. If you would like to contact us, you can do that through our email or follow us on social media, which is @coldonepodcast for Twitter and Facebook. We are now on Spotify as well as most podcast apps in existence, but if you prefer to listen to it online, head on over to our website, actionsperminute.net, for the latest episodes, a link to the APM Network Discord, or to check out any of our APM sponsored streamers. And lastly, if you like what we do, tell your friends and spread the good word. Thank you again, and remember, don't drink and drive.